Our original equipment broke, so we're done. We're good.
Yeah, the original equipment broke.
We actually... Who knew you had to re-up your
Shows
investment?
the batteries on the
The battery on
died.
show died.
Yeah.
Show went.
Shows batteries. Dude, where's your green tea?
Wow, that is like a reference to like episode 1. I don't think I've had tea around.
A callback in the
It is
business.
a callback. We should make a callback to explain, like, hey, sorry we haven't uploaded. We literally haven't had equipment.
Yeah, let's call back that.
Yeah, that's a good callback to the last time we uploaded a fucking week and a half ago for no reason. We've been struggling with recording, not because of a lack of want. Literally, we have not had the equipment.
It's true.
One of our cameras is sitting on a music stand.
I'll take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture since you're editing it. We are low on equipment. Hi, I'm Austin.
Hey, I'm Kane.
I'm Show.
Welcome to MMR.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Why did you do
Should
that
we all do
more
a musical
often?
note?
You know what?
What the
Now,
hell was that?
like a lone wolf. Show.
Wow. I think it's real. I hate it, but
He made
like
it
I think he
worse.
should do it. Yeah, he made it
Have you
worse
ever
that time.
seen
The
there's
face and the wolf.
it's the worst acted clip from who's Hermione in Harry Potter? What's her name?
Hermione.
Her name isn't Jeremy.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. It's the worst acting
Glad
she
you actually
ever
got
did.
it.
in
Is
her
that
life.
it?
Yeah, that was dead on. That was crazy. How do you get that?
I didn't think he was going to.
Anyways,
actually.
so there's a line in it where her mom's like, "Come here, Hermione," except in a British accent. And she, instead of going, "Okay," or like, "Coming," she goes, "Coming, mother," and it's the weirdest thing ever.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, well,
We should answer our family like that more often. I think that's like a whole callback to.
I sing
Well, the plot-
in my life, just like walking around,
I sing
like
all the
talking
time.
to myself.
That's
Y'all
actually a
have heard
thing.
me sing.
Before we
Yeah,
record,
well, you're a good. You can sing.
thank you.
yeah, you actually.
I like
are-
wail. I like just like a
I like
dog.
whales.
Yeah.
I would
Those are
like
cool.
karaoke song. What's your karaoke song? This chair is really tall. Y'all are
Yeah,
really
this
short.
is
I'm like
weird.
lording
Is it only
over
like this?
you.
Welcome to my height.
I'm so out of practice.
Yeah, welcome to my height.
Austin's
Karaoke
not on
song.
that side.
I don't really have a. I hate karaoke.
What?
I don't do karaoke personally,
I don't
but
like it.
Don't Stop Believing. That's the correct one. It's
Isn't
like easy. Everybody knows it, and you can have everybody join it.
Crowd
That's
pleaser. So then,
true.
Yeah.
don't you think that it puts a lot of pressure
You
on
know what's
like
a good
actually
one?
doing the song
Is-
good?
Yeah, but I'm sick.
Paramore.
You actually
Paramore's "Misery Business." That's a good song to do.
Take
a
it
lot
from
of
the
people
top.
will
Something,
get
something,
into it.
something. I'm singing lots of pop. Misery
No.
Or you
business.
could do like what's what I think good.
Yeah.
If you have
Yeah.
if you're all trained, real shit tip. If you're trying to impress at karaoke, just do falsetto. Bro.
Oh, but this
Just
is
do
why I
fucking
fucking
falsetto.
don't like karaoke. Because people that actually sing, there's always one or two people in the group that are like, let's go do karaoke.
No.
It'll be fun.
Here's
It's like,
the
yeah,
good
because you've
reason.
done 17 years
No,
of
here's the
classically
good reason.
trained vocal.
Because-
and you get to show it off, you fucking sick,
because
narcissistic
falsetto,
fuck.
because falsetto's like
This isn't
fun
fun for me.
It's fun, and it doesn't, you don't have to like, like you're not fucking doing it operatically.
Falsetto's like the.
It's
Any
falsetto's
way
like,
you want it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's
See, that's fun.
Yeah, no,
So
you
that's
can-
fun.
Even if you don't know what it
That's
is, you
like
can
a group-
fake do it with
but,
you.
Yeah.
That seems more like a group thing.
Yeah, but you can do that on your own, or you could do it with the group. That's the fun of karaoke, is that people can
true.
jump in and out. It's the fucking one person knows the song really well, and then you get to fucking Don't Stop Believing, and everybody goes, Don't Stop! And they fucking...
No, I recognize like I have
Yeah.
some outdated, antiquated views on karaoke.
Yeah, weirdly archaic. Why did you ask then? Yeah, wait, no, you gotta pick one.
Oh, I've just been thinking about karaoke songs because now it's like
Why?
summertime and it's like we have free time. And so like this idea of karaoke, because like
Is he about to ask us to go to karaoke?
I'd love to.
I think
That
we
sounds
should
fun.
do karaoke because
After my whole thing about
well, yeah, how
made
you
it.
don't like it, but like
And you
I
wouldn't
think
like it with me because I'm a
It's
singer.
fun and romantic because like some people they like wait all
That's
it's
not
romantic.
What's happening?
Fuck you.
Show the wolf.
You know
Show
exactly
the
what I
romantic
mean.
wolf.
I do, but it is
yeah.
funny when you phrase it
Yeah.
like this.
Um,
You can't look at us and
Are we
say
not doing
it would be
phrasing?
romantic.
It's because
You can't.
Not doing
because the
phrasing
idea
anymore.
of like you wait a whole week, you're like, and then you're like, Kane,
yeah.
don't stop believing. You ready?
Yeah.
And then like
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like you wait all week, and it's like that's so cool.
This is the moment. Yeah.
That's how, and like for some people, that's like it. They're not gonna be like singers. Like they're not gonna do nothing.
I know, and I'm not like.
And you're like sitting there,
hating
you're
on
like, this
any of
fucking
that.
sucks.
Like people having fun. Obviously, it's
Yeah,
fucking fun.
that's
People
awesome.
Do you know?
are singing.
Wait. Do you want to know what's actually rough? So I've been I've been doing a lot of like long car trips for reasons or another, good and bad, right?
So clandestine.
Yeah.
Well, no, because if I just fucking
can't tell
drive
you
3
right
hours
there.
on my
Some
own,
really secret reasons.
if I drive 3 hours, well, just going to visit family. I have two.
Okay.
I have two sets of moms, and they don't know each other. One's bio, one isn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
down
I was like working it
Yeah,
out. Man.
no, but that's like a real thing.
Okay, yeah.
So I have to whenever it's
In my
like.
head, you meant like they don't know about each other. And
I
was
mean,
like,
they don't know
you're,
each
like,
other. They don't have
Juggling,
to- they don't have each other's-
hiding that you
They don't have each other's number. You know what I mean? They don't fucking talk
It's
to each
like
other.
cheating on your girlfriend, but you're cheating on your mom.
Cheating on my mom.
Another
No, but literally, I have to think of like, okay, for Mother's Day, I have to go to 2 places this week, and like I have 2 Christmases, but I'm old enough that I don't get the plus side of like I gotta go fucking help cook. So like I go, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I go to 2 Christmases, I have 2 Easters, and it's great. I love both sides of my family. It's really cool. I love my mom. I love my mom. Blah blah blah. Not my dad though. That guy's kind of an asshole.
I'm sorry.
The one that didn't raise
He's
me.
funny today.
This isn't the point. But it's been a while.
Yeah. So you're driving. I'm sorry.
So I'm driving. And one of these recent road trips, I was with Wynn, my partner, who is a phenomenal singer. I think, to toot my horn, I'm pretty good.
That's awesome.
Wynn
I
is
love a
like
good singing couple.
Wynn is like
Actually-
classically really good.
Would Wynn do karaoke with us? Like
No,
Like
she's
would y'all
kinda-
do
Why are we
couples
getting
karaoke?
more people that are good at it?
Because that'd be more fun.
We need who can't sing.
Because then it's a verse, then it's a competitive.
All right. That's
Off camera. Thumbs up. Would you do
I bet Aaron
karaoke?
can't sing.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Trent's good at singing though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Trent
I
can
bet
do it.
you are Susan Boyle and you just don't know it yet.
Fuck this guy.
No,
is
Susan
not
Boyle's an
negging
amazing
me,
singer.
complimenting me. You can ask me
nobody-
out, trying to get this romantic
Look, I
karaoke
think
date with
It's
me.
romantic. The
Here's the-
idea is romantic. It's
Right.
Having
So, but
pizza
my
and
point-
singing and
My
being
point
with
is
family.
like I think I'm pretty good at singing.
where we're going to be.
I put myself at like a 7 on I'm good at singing.
Yeah.
Wynn's like a 10.
Whoa.
And I'm in the car, and we're just in the car singing, and she
That's
doesn't
sick.
like sing out around in the house because she's just like, yeah, she just doesn't like to.
Right, yeah,
Or in the
yeah.
car, just listen to like Billy Joel, and she's hitting every note like dead on, 100% accuracy. I'm like, God damn it.
That's dope.
There is a reason I stopped doing theater, and it's
Oh.
because I have a weird, and it is partially because of singing. I think most musical theater is annoying
Okay,
and
hold
bad.
on. I want to bet. Let's
Oh,
guess
what the
first.
thing
Yeah.
is,
He
you have a weird.
no. He sang he forgot the lyrics to a song on stage once, and it was so embarrassing and traumatizing. He didn't want to get into that situation again.
That
That
did
actu-
happen, but it wasn't that I was embarrassed. It's everyone was sick, so we stopped practicing for a week. And so when it got to that point in the song, I went, oops. And then we just moved on to high school. It didn't fucking matter.
Fuck it. Let's move
But it was
on.
Addison, well, no, I was not the
The
first to forget
playbill
my
was like
lines.
that as well.
So
it was just blank,
It
and you turned
was
the page.
Adam's family. I played Lucas, who is like, he marries Wednesday. That's the plot.
there's like
is
a
that
whole
fucking it's like a
familial
whole.
arc.
Adam's
Wednesday was a
It's a good
kid.
musical, by the way.
Kids can get married. Show.
He's like 18. Fuck it. I don't know. He's a kid.
We're rolling with it. Let's go.
He's 18. So's Wednesday.
This is the Drusical.
This is a no. That's Susical. So
No,
which I
this is
was
the
also
Drake
in.
musical, the Drusical.
No, different thing.
If they're
But you're both
underage,
fucking 18. I was 17 at the time. It's fine. Or 18. I don't know. So Wednesday.
it matters now.
Wednesday and I were both 18. I, as in Lucas, in this moment, we're 18. There is no legal problems.
I
no
was
In the
ramifications.
story, they're
I was
18. On real
acting
In the
life, they're
story.
18.
Yes, we
Everything's
actually could
the-
not
we
have been
all-
closer.
we showed her
in general.
IDs when we walked on stage.
Yes. However, the actress playing Wednesday was 12,
The
so
line
that was
right
weird.
before it was, "Hey, you're 18. I'm 18.
Anyways.
What's wrong with this?
No, so-
Can't two 18-year-olds get married even though we're both in high school?" All right.
I learned that I really just don't like practicing. I can't practice singing too much because I will throw my voice out so fast. And I think it's because I'm not properly trained, so I can't sing without hurting myself.
Right, it's like a whole thing.
There's
you have to,
like
do
two
it.
extremes, right? It's like fucking Axl Rose? Who's the Guns N' Roses guy?
Axl Rose.
He's like operatically trained. It's actually I didn't realize how good of a singer he was, like technically, until
Like you saw a live thing or something.
Oh fuck no! But
Oh.
like I just read about it and like the way he was trained, I was
okay,
like, oh
okay.
shit! And it's because he sings kind of like weird, and you don't think, you know what I mean?
Like the vibrato is in the
yeah,
voice.
it's like a
kind of
constant
thing.
vibrato, but he sings in a weird part of his throat that means he can basically scream all day and it doesn't hurt.
That's
And then the other side is like JoJo Siwa. Have you ever heard? Do you even know who she is?
Yeah.
Show- this is probably Push It Show.
No,
I
it's
know.
a transformation. They're now like wearing like goth makeup.
Yes,
Yeah. I
that
think it's
person.
dope.
Yes.
Right there.
Have you? So Have you ever heard an interview with her before at any point? It's like a whole thing. She has the most strained, painful voice I've ever heard in my life.
Kind of like forcing
She sounds like
to pitch up.
She
or
sounds like a
something?
smoker. Yeah. Like her voice, it always sounds like it's right here. And she's like trying to hit high notes. Like she's singing hard songs.
Interesting.
It's so weird. I am probably closer to JoJo than like Axl Rose in that way. Because I kind of have a naturally strained voice. My parents told me it sounded like I smoked a pack a day when I was like 10. It's like super real.
I will say that we have
Hey, Mom.
some
funny.
content coming out soon, and there's an episode in it where you play a character for like 2.5 hours where you do this voice. You're like,
Okay, well, nobody can do
like
that. Yeah.
But like towards the end of it, you're like, I don't want to spoil anything, but just towards the end of it, you like start talking. You're like, oh yeah, and then I'm gonna do this. And everyone's like, what happened to your voice? You're like, oh fuck. Like I don't know, it just hurts.
Okay, to give like a. So here's my normal voice, and I think my voice is very varied, and I think it goes through many hoops and hills and such. Breck is here all the time, and it's great, and I love it. But like, golly.
That's what all my Thanksgiving arguments sound like. Like that's like literally.
Yeah, it's easier to do when you're drunk. To be honest, your voice lowers when you're drunk.
Is little Alex Jonesy?
Let me tell you something.
Wait, what is it? It's like unintelligible.
I can't-
They're putting
the only
aluminum in the
thing-
clouds.
Yeah, the only thing I could. There's only one Alex Jones quote I can think of ever off the top of my head.
Good.
And I can
How many
never.
do you know,
No, but
Kane?
you can't say it on camera. And I don't want to say it.
Whoa, what?
It's when he was on.
not about
It
time.
was when he was on JRE.
Okay.
It's when he was on JRE,
don't.
and he said
You
something
don't know
about
that.
himself.
I can imagine.
It's immense.
It's like non-PC stuff, but he basically tried to.
He tried to
yada,
quantify
yada. Yeah, he tried to
why
be like.
he was so silly and stupid.
He's like, oh, and he made
And
some
he
flippant
said it.
remark, and it definitely showed the fact that he comes from an era when we were quite young. There was a lot of colorful language that was out there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
That's
about
where
color.
he came from.
Okay.
No, yes. Nothing about color. Everything about.
No, I know.
Yes,
I
yes,
know where
yes,
you're going,
yeah.
yeah. Well, it's at a certain age where we can.
This is-
like a,
I think
We're
knock
having
on
a
that door.
really hard time
Yeah.
with understanding each other because the
no one
complexity
wants to
of
come
the
out
English
and say
language.
anything.
Because you want to do karaoke.
Yep.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want to, and I can't say a word that nobody should say.
But Kane wants
but
to.
But
I
Kane
want
wants to say it. Nice, you found it. Let's go.
that was good, actually. That was funny.
That was good.
I like the math. on
That's
that
working
one.
together for 4 years.
Who's
yeah?
on first?
Who's on first?
I actually have no idea
What is?
how that works. I don't know. Like,
Who's on
I don't-
first bit?
Yeah, like I don't get it. It's an Elvis and Costello bit. No.
Elvis and Costello. Elvis
But, like-
Presley and
but,
Costello.
like-
God, that sounds. Dude, I want to watch just any, even if it's just a fucking Elvis impersonator doing stand up. That sounds awesome.
Look up who's on first and just watch it. I don't know why you don't get it.
It's funny.
It's funny though.
Are you
But no,
serious?
but
You don't
like-
get it?
But it's like a thing that
It was like the
comedians. What do you do when you do comedy in the moment? It's not stand up,
wit?
but you're like, oh, I'm improv. It's when you do improv.
Okay, no, I'm listening.
They do that as like a warm up. They're like, oh, we're gonna do that thing. Same thing
Yeah,
with like
because it was like because in the 20s it was the first thing that was funny. You know what I mean? Like before then it was just like
so there's like no real mechanical reason. It's not like stretching.
No, it is. It's like
just
using it's
conceptually
wordplay
funny.
of misunderstanding. So who's on first? It seems
I don't
like I'm
know.
asking you who's on first.
Yeah.
I'm actually telling you the man's
a
name
man
is who
named who.
Oh,
is
is that
on
the-
first.
is that the bit?
Who is on
Yes.
first? And
Hey,
the guy's
maybe
like,
he
yeah, that's what I'm
literally-
asking you.
Maybe he went through the whole thing, was
And
frustrated,
then-
and was
was
like,
you were
"Who
like
the fuck was
you
on
were,
first?"
yeah, you were
I'm
like
sitting there
fucking
like, why are
Abbott.
they
You were like
asking-
You were
Abbott in
playing
the
the straight
fucking bit
man.
or whatever. You were
Yeah,
like
you were
fucking,
playing the straight man,
who's
you
on-
were
that's why I'm
furious.
asking you. And they'd say no.
I think Kane's willingness to just let us squander is part of the fun, I think, of what he enjoys.
It is fun. I like.
But I try.
It's
to
not as fun when you do
Yeah,
it because you're
like
like more like a helpless dog that doesn't know
What?
it. You're just like,
And then I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, sometimes you know better and you get way too deep and you know that
Yeah.
you don't
mean I
know.
know
The problem,
better?
you know the
that you-
answer
yeah.
deep inside. I
you-
don't, and I can't be fucked.
Yeah. Like I know you know and you're like,
I just don't remember. Improv. Who says that? Who says that every day?
Me every day.
Every day.
Because it's a great. If you're like playing games online, whatever the fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good understanding is the first rule of improv. Don't say no. If you're in a conversation in general, this should be fucking like number one taught in con theory.
I'm sorry,
don't say
doesn't
no in
UBC
improv.
like charge $1 million for this?
What?
UCB?
You're
Upright Citizen Brigade.
You're explaining
the
yes
top
and,
tier.
but like the invert, right?
Well, but that's
Never say no.
no. But in improv, no. Yes and is like a start. But the rule 2 could be just yes and if you don't know what's going on. Rule 1 is don't say no because you're done. You can yes and still fuck up. I think that's also bad advice personally. Because when does somebody saying yes and get funny? You get
yes
like
and
one.
you can definitely be. You can at least get saved. Yes and is what you should
save
do
you.
always. Saying no, you can't go anywhere with it. So there's literally nowhere to go.
No
It's
is the
done.
end.
Yeah,
no is a
done.
period.
That train of thought is done. Sometimes it can be funny.
You can be
be
funny,
used.
but
It can be
ends
but,
it.
yeah.
But
it does
is
end
the
it.
end.
It does end it.
Which is what we should actually bring that up for Wouldn't It Be Dice. It's like a fucking.
It's actually good.
Yeah, it's a first rule of improv. Don't say no. To be honest, you can say no at other things. You can say no in conversations as well. But I think it's like, and sometimes you should. But it's more so.
Conceptually, don't say no.
Yeah, conceptually,
like
if you're in a conversation with someone, even comes down to like deciding on food, right? You yes and for deciding a restaurant. This is what I'm saying.
In the
gets to a
context
higher,
of improv.
Yeah. But I'm saying this is where it reaches out of improv.
So now you're talking about just like in your daily life, like having a conversation with.
This
your
is why I'm
girlfriend.
saying I say
Yes, and
improv
you're-
like like once a week kind of thing at least, because I bring up, hey, first rule of improv, fucking don't say no. And it's because if I'm trying to decide where to go to eat, and it's me going out to fucking eat with Wynn, because she didn't like going out a lot, so she didn't fucking pick places too often. She'll be like, I'll be like, do you want to go here? And it used to be she would always say like, I don't want to go there. But now she'll yes and it and be like, no,
I like this, but
it's more like, no, but can we go here? And we, find the bridge. Speaking of places to go to eat, this is a good segue because I want to talk about it. Red Lobster is
I'm
bankrupt.
totally down.
Red Lobster's fucking bankrupt. When are we going?
Do you know do you know who they blamed?
They blamed the shrimp,
Millennials.
right?
They blamed the customers who ate the shrimp.
Yeah.
Which is fake.
They said
Don't believe that
Western
shit.
Americans,
That's wrong. Which
particularly
is their
like
fault.
in their like filing.
Which is awesome because the real reason was like a parent company bought
did
out
it.
a lot of real estate and sold it and made the rent for Red Lobster way too high. Like the locations had to pay way too much rent.
Isn't Red Lobster in the, I believe it's Darden restaurant family with
I
Longhorn
believe so,
Steakhouse
yes.
and
so
Olive
look,
Garden?
So look out. No, well, Olive Garden wouldn't have to worry about it.
I mean, I think that we are now entering this era. So like now
Look it
that
up.
like Chipotle
I think
exists,
that's-
fast casual. What's another like Kava?
Food fight sneak peek.
Another fast casual. I guess Panda might kind of be in that kind of realm, but they're fancy enough. Like they're kind of like urban fancy. Like it
Sure.
feels like Atlanta
It
or
is
whatever.
Darden. They
Yeah.
own other chains like Olive Garden and Longhorn Steakhouse.
There you go.
So I have a question. Have you guys Googled anything just on your phone recently? I'm going somewhere with this.
Yeah.
Have you guys gotten AI suggestion shit yet?
No.
No, describe.
Okay. So I'll Google something. Let's say I've been playing a lot of Poke Rogue recently, which is a Pokemon roguelike. And so
Like a real one?
Mhm.
Like a by
oh
Poke
no, it's not by
people?
Nintendo,
Okay,
so
okay,
hush hush.
okay.
But also
Yeah.
it's really good and everybody
On
knows
the
what it is
DL
anyways.
audience.
Now Ludwig fucking streamed it.
All
Everybody
right.
knows what it is.
Keep it up.
Yeah. Now talk about it.
up,
Nintendo's not going to
big
do
down.
anything about. Nintendo is the fucking boogeyman for ROMs only because people start selling the ROMs for money. Don't fucking do
yeah,
that.
okay.
It's not yours. However, they won't fuck with you if it's free. Like ever. They've never done it. The only time they ever shut anything down, the old adage online was like, oh, it's because it got too good. Literally every time I can remember, Pokemon Uranium, really good example. I started fucking charging for it. Pokemon Uranium was a big ROM hack. It did a lot of sprite overhauls. It was a great ROM hack. I played
That's
it.
cool.
It's a little edgy. It's a little like 2012-y, but like it's good.
Yeah, sounds
A
intense.
little
Edgy, just like
Undertale-y?
what would make no. It's more like what if Pokemon was good? Oh, people would die. Like that doesn't make it better. That makes it more adult?
okay.
Question mark.
But the
like,
stakes never mattered in
the
that way.
stake, like somebody dying in Pokemon, I'm like, I don't really give a shit. Like I'm here to train Trico.
I have 6
because he has Leaf Blade and he fucks.
Right.
But like,
Those are two
what the fuck is I talking about? So okay, if
AI assistants on your phone.
if I Google, let me see if it'll work. It probably won't work. I'm gonna get punked.
like Trico Rule 34.
Why is that already typed in?
was just reading.
Look, it's there. Trinkaton can be found in. So it doesn't ever give you what you Google. This is where it pisses me off, and Google needs to stop this.
So they're just
This
like
is
giving
wrong.
you general information about it.
But it tries to compile all the information it's pulling from search. But you know how Google search is kind of
it's like if you asked ChatGPT that question. That's like basically the answer they would give you.
And now it's the first result you get. This is an AI answer thing.
You gotta be able to turn it off.
And so, like, I'm sure there is, but, like, this is now the default. And so, by default, Google compiles information with a worse AI than ChatGPT, just is, to be honest, and then throws wrong answers at you. And it's not that deep for Pokemon, but, like, in general, that's annoying.
Yeah, people have been decrying Google search actually for a long time. That like
It's worse
since AdSense has become a large part of their revenue model. That it just kind of the search has become less.
It's
and less
worse.
Powerful.
It's worse, and AI made the shitification way more noticeable for everybody.
The same thing happened.
I think
It's like
everybody's aware
happened
now.
to me with Google. That happened to me with Apple back in the day, where I just got too entrenched in the ecosystem of it that it was like not viable for
My
me to
Gmails
leave
and
it for a
everything.
while. Like
It's hard for me to.
I
leave
owned
it.
all my music
Gmails
on
and-
iTunes, right? All my music and videos, and I had all my photos in my iCloud. Like, I had like all my, so I couldn't get away from it.
And I think
same
they're-
thing with Google now. I've got like everything in my Drive.
Yeah, and I think
Like
they
the
realized it, which is
docs,
why they made Drive really expensive.
the
We use
sheets.
Drive for a lot of our files, and we have to constantly rotate shit in and out because Google Drive, for
Was
those
it
who don't know,
100?
is extremely expensive.
It is. Oh my
It's
God.
extremely expensive for data storage, and it used to not be. It used to be very cheap.
They used
to
to
be
give
honest.
so much away for free.
I know. And then they went, "Hey, didn't you like what you had, bitch?" And then they ripped it away. And now there's really not a good alternative, to be honest. I wish they at least chose some middle ground. If it was like affordable, it'd be better. You know what I mean? But it's not. It's just expensive.
I'm sure their internal numbers show that they don't have to be. Like,
No, I know. There's a
straight
reason
up,
they
they're
did it.
like,
I agree.
We won.
I know.
this game.
I know. There's a reason nobody calls them the Alphabet Group. It's fucking Google.
I always remind people, I'm like it's like Google is a subsidiary of Alphabet, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, like literally.
Well, so they,
the Alphabet Group.
Fucking YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
always
two
thought
big
that
ones.
Google just owned YouTube.
No, this is the crazy. Yeah, but they don't.
Separate.
You know?
It's all spun out.
They own a lot of stuff. Alphabet Group owns a lot of stuff. The problem with the Alphabet Group is that they are very clearly just creatively rotten. Like, they don't have anything. There's a great website that I love to pick out whenever this topic comes up, because I talk about this, like, weirdly a lot, about fuck Google, fuck Microsoft, and fuck Apple. Amazon too, but for different reasons than this.
Yeah. The
Google
drones are scary.
will buy things. Amazon is fucking scary. Google buys a new product. It's great. It's burgeoning. It's filled with wonderful creative ideas. And then they kill it in a year. They just kill it. Like, go look up things Google killed. It's something like that. And it's like a fucking 500 document list of just everything Google killed in the last like 10 years.
And it's like usually what they like stifle
They
leadership.
stifle creativity,
or-
and it's so that my understanding is some of it is to get. Amazon does a very similar thing, and I only know this because I watched some Twitch streamers who worked at Twitch at one point, and he would talk about there was a person who was trying to get promoted at Twitch, and the only way he could get a higher position is if he released a product within Twitch.
Oh, like
And
made
so
a
he
thing.
created something that was terrible. Everybody on the board, everybody in the meeting was like, "This is ass. Why'd you even bring this to us?" And he was like, I'm just coming up with some ideas. Got it released. He gets promoted, never has to worry about it again because he's in a higher, better paid position, and somebody else has to deal with the fallout. Wow. And I think that's what happens at Google. They get promotions and they have incentives to make new products, not to maintain it. That's why the Google Stadia, which really, really should have been Google's big fucking hit into the gaming industry, was such a flop. Because everybody, at this point, everybody knows, like, they're not going to fucking touch it in a year, which they killed it in a year. And then B, it didn't have support. I don't know. Fucking, like, if they just were willing to say, pay for Stadia, pay for, like, the $30 fee for Stadia or whatever the fuck, even cheaper than that, you can just plug up an Xbox controller, right?
Yeah.
Just a controller you already have, you can use it. Stadia would have fucking ruled.
So interesting. So then, do you think that a lot of it is because Google itself is like, or Alphabet is traditionally like a software company, and they're like, oh, we're gonna make media, and the difference in making media is like this more relationship. Like it's
I
like
think-
we got to commit to a 10-year plan.
My personal belief is that a lot of what Google has done well has been acquisitions and merger deals in the past, but that has been a long time. I think there has been a significant brain drain at Google. I don't know when it would have happened or whatever the fuck. The last successful acquisition they had was YouTube, and YouTube took a long time to get to where it was. But whoever got YouTube at the time knew that shit would work.
Right.
Because they bought YouTube around the time Netflix was getting big. And do you know what the most successful streamer in the world is?
Netflix?
It's YouTube. And
YouTube.
it's not even fucking close.
YouTube.
Netflix I don't know. Let's say Netflix pulls like $200 billion a year, right? YouTube 100% 5X is that. YouTube is phenomenally successful and has been for a long time.
We've been kind of like teasing Wibbed. Do we want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, what's Wibbed?
Wouldn't it be dice?
We got a logo, right? We can throw up.
yeah.
That's something we can throw
I
up.
put the dice up there.
It's right there somewhere.
It's a one-shot role-play D&D style
Not that kind
podcast.
of
If you don't know
role-play.
what any of that stuff is, yeah, role-playing like RPG stuff. It's a role-playing game.
Not that kind of RPG.
Not that type of RPG either. More what? Actually, a little callback to what we were talking about earlier. It's mostly 3 hours of like improv.
Yeah.
set over different adventures. So we've got a couple of those coming out. Hopefully, I don't know if we want.
Which one's first?
I think we're gonna do the heist one.
Let's put you on the spot and make
really
you
do think we
decide.
do
Well,
heist
no,
one
but
now.
like, do
I
you
think the
know?
heist one
Do you have
should
any
be. Yeah, I
idea?
think heist one should be.
So give us a little premise. What's the heist one about?
Yeah.
Is it
What's
just
the
like a
law?
normal heist? Is it just Ocean's 11?
So let's just say it's Ocean's 11, but with some
know what that is.
zanier, crazier characters set in a medieval fantasy time. And we'll probably release maybe over 2 episodes that one. I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah, they're a bit long, reasonably. It's like 3-4 hour recordings. We're going to cut this down for YouTube, and it is going to be our first releases into a podcast network. We're going to be moving a lot of our stuff simultaneously. We're not going to it. We're not shifting all of our stuff there. We are also going to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts.
Google Play.
And more so, the big sell of it too is that it's like super sound design and there's lots of music.
Yeah,
This is way more than the traditional D&D podcast.
This
People
isn't
listen to
us
D&D
recording
podcasts.
something. This,
no.
As with a lot of our stuff, this is our concept of take something that anyone can in theory do and make it something that only some people can do.
Punch it up.
Punch
So
up a
it's
bit.
tons of hours of editing on it.
Which doesn't always mean it's good. So watch it.
Yeah.
Watch all of it and let us know what you would do to it yourself.
Edit the better version and send it to us, and we'll
I'll give you the
post
raw
that.
files. Go edit it and cut it up.
And just like our main editor, you won't be paid.
Wah, wah.
That's actually a thing we were talking about. Like, at what point are we allowed to pay ourselves out? Like, if we were to ever
we
get
make money.
Yeah, and it's like, is it like at 100% of cost, and it's like at 101% we split that dollar 3 ways kind of thing, or does it like, do we hit a level of financialization at like 200%, and it's like, all right, now we've got cash in the bank, we can like blah 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 kind of thing.
Like
I don't know, right? I think it's pure philosophical. I don't
No,
think
it's
there's a real answer.
it's all theoretical. I agree.
Because we could cash ourselves out, I guess, whenever we wanted.
I mean, hopefully I get a
Go to
fucking
the pawn shop right now.
bye black magic.
Do we know anything about like what the
Resale?
like kind of like how these kinds of pieces of equipment hold up?
I don't
kinda
know. Don't
longish
point at that
term?
one. That was not ours.
Yeah, I
Sell
mean,
it.
every like 2 to 3 years, these pieces get like a full upgrade cycle.
Okay, it's
Is-
that fast.
Is that a good grift? Rent equipment and sell it. Just claim it's lost, and you just have to pay.
I think you can do it maybe 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know how many times
No,
you
no,
go.
you switch companies. You do Sony, you do Canon, and then you fucking.
Hey, did these 3
I don't
idiots
know what's
come
on
in?
Yeah. But right?
Did
That's
they-
good.
Yeah.
Do they call themselves Red
So
or
that's 6
Rotter?
times. Yeah, Red or Rotter.
Rotter.
Like Scooby Doo. Fraud.
Velma season 2 came out.
What?
Velma season 2 came out. The HBO Max
They're
cartoon.
gonna have people to watch it to get a second season.
That's what I was very surprised with. There was a
There
lot
must
of
have
hate
been
on
a
it.
lot of hate watchers.
There were some things that I did not understand hate watching. I kind of get it.
You misunderstood.
Oh, I hate
No,
watchers.
that wasn't hate watchers. It's David Zaslav hates watchers. So he puts out the worst fucking stuff and cancels the best.
So you're saying Batgirl would have been great?
I'm saying Batgirl would have been great.
I'm actually gonna fucking double down. Not only is Velma 2,
And I'm saying Acme would have been awesome
Velma
too.
season 2.
That's a missed opportunity. The Wile E. Coyote movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't think that should ever be a movie. That should be a fucking 24-minute special, right?
Wile E. Coyote movie.
You and
Yeah.
Zaslav.
There's like so much
No,
about.
but he surely clock stop is right like twice a day. An Acme fucking 2-hour epic.
That would have
I don't
thought,
need
dude. The
that.
Acme movie was really
What
awesome.
the fuck, dude? It's the
stuff
same. It's one joke.
There's
It's
some,
it's one thing.
and I bet you they wait until the third act to do it.
How
right?
long do we actually think a Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote cartoon really was? They're not 20 minutes.
They're probably like 8 minutes of
They're like
runtime,
8.
12
and
minutes of
you're
commercials.
like, that could go for 2 hours. Fuck no.
They are literally making an Uno movie. They're literally making.
It's canceled. Isn't that canceled?
I don't know.
It had like Lil Uzi Vert. He was going to be the...
Yeah,
I'm not
something
kidding.
like that. No, he's not joking.
I'm not kidding. Lil Uzi Vert was going to be the Uno movie. It was going to be like about like
do you think?
Uno in Atlanta or some shit.
Do you think the people will go see that movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. Will Ferrell, because he's the executive analog for the. What is it? Hannah. What is the
Hanna-Barbera.
what? Barbie, Mattel, MCU. Oh
Hasbro?
my
Is it
god!
Hasbro or Mattel?
Mattel.
So
Barbie's
it's still the MCU. It's his
Sure.
all. It's all his. No, it is Mattel Cinematic Universe.
Until they put him in the actual MCU, and then we're in trouble because then it connects.
I actually think Will Ferrell in the MCU would be a really good Galactus.
So that sounds rad,
like
a goofy one. though.
yeah.
I'm
No,
cool
like
with it.
unhinged, like
Yeah.
because Galactus has no concept of
Okay.
humanity because he's a
He just didn't give a.
he's just like
And
an old
mine-
globe-eating thing.
I think the best version of Galactus would be the King from Katamari Damacy. Right? He just doesn't understand
really?
and could not give a fuck
He's like-
about
he's like,
anything.
That's good.
He's like, you knocked out all the stars. I don't know, Prince. Fix it, bitch. I'm drinking.
I don't. Is
like
it
that.
who is it? Thor, Galactus. One of them is like in love with death or something. There's like a
It's
whole
Thanos.
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 That's like a whole thing. Is like in love, and it's like
Thanos and Deadpool.
makes all this.
It's like one of the most fun Marvel stories is Deadpool kills the Marvel universe.
Have you still not played Midnight Suns?
No.
Midnight
Fire Axis is like going under because I didn't play it.
Yeah, there. You could have saved them, bro.
It's really sad. Yeah, I could have. One more player.
Wait, maybe we should stay
yeah,
around.
just for him.
We'll give it another 12 hours.
That guy beat XCOM.
Hey.
He loves it.
Hey.
I'll play it once it goes on sale for less. I don't know
it's-
how
I was
much it
gonna
is
say, it's like-
now.
I think it was on
Yeah.
I
sale.
don't
a
know how
month
much it
after
is
came out.
now. I want less. I just got VR. I have a lot of games to get. I don't want to hear it.
The Walking Dead VR game is supposedly there's
I
like
played
many of
a
them,
bunch,
but
and I liked it a lot, but it would make me sick too.
I've been playing Underdogs, which is a
Underdogs.
underground. Like, it's a very post-apocalyptic mech fighting game. It fucking rules. I've been playing a lot of like fighting shit. I've been playing. So the 4 big VR games that I would recommend to anybody who's like, I want to get a VR. I like the idea of it. I don't know what I would play. If you like racing, bro. If you like sim racing at any point, even if you just played it with a fucking controller, it is different. It is so fucking different.
like, do you really
For
feel
Assetto Corsa,
convinced in a sense?
Dude, it blew my mind. It's like the coolest thing.
that's awesome.
As somebody who likes cars, it is the coolest thing I've done in a video game. I was driving in an RX-7, which I own in real life. So this is getting stupider because I could just go do that.
Did you
that
like
is
paint it
stupid.
to look like your car?
So no, but I see the color. And so I'm driving down. It's called the Shitoko Revival Project. It's a big modding project in Assetto Corsa, which is a driving simulator. It came out like 10-ish years ago. No, it's probably more recent than that. Big modding community, and this is a project to replicate the entire Shitoko. What is it? It's a big loop. It's the big Wangen loop in Japan. It's like where a bunch of street racing used to happen in the 90s.
That's cool.
Cool.
And so the idea is, and it's like done. Like most of it is there. And so you can just fucking rip down these highways. And there was one moment, because my buddy's got VR too. We both got it like the same day.
Initial
and there's a
D.
moment where we're similar. Actually,
Yes.
more like this other show called Wangan Midnight, which is similar idea, but it's a
Okay.
guy who, it's all based off of this group called the Midnight Club, which I could do a whole podcast.
I
on.
love
They're
those
very-
games from Rockstar.
Do you know what that actually is? It's based off of a real car club in Japan This will probably be the last story I'm going to start, and then we'll probably have to call for time.
Yeah.
So this is based off of a real car club in Japan in the 90s, back when they had all the money ever. And it was people, they didn't race other street racers. So at the time, street racing in Japan is very different than it is in the States. In the States, street racers, at least traditionally, are like the more Fast and Furious, like, oh, they're cool. They're kind of like in the culture and hip. Would you say that street racing in Japan, or breaking the law in Japan in general, is cool?
Sure. You would never want to do it, though.
Right. Traditionally, to my understanding, they were very hated by literally everyone, and they were a fucking menace. So it's even less than that, right? Like, speeding is like, why would you speed? Are you fucking a murderer? What's wrong with you? And so the people that were in this, they didn't want to be caught. So while they would test their cars. They never said they were racing, because they're nerds. They would only be testing down the highway. And the big part of this loop, it was built before buildings were there, right? So it was a loop to nothing. It just went.
Why?
And it went. Because they were guessing where, and it was correct, they were guessing where industry would start popping up in Tokyo. Like, it was clear stuff was going to happen and come there. But when it was originally built, it was done, and the roads were very smooth. They were perfect. Very little construction was going on at the time.
Interesting.
But there was no traffic on the road, or at least it was very limited. So you could get up to like 180 miles an hour in the late 80s. And so there's like a lot of legendary cars at the time, like from that era, from that period.
Is that why the Nissan Skyline got so big or whatever?
It's part of it. The Nissan Skyline got big because of a racing series in Australia. It's one guy. It's the Panasonic R32. The R32 Skyline is the one from the late 80s. We've been able to import it for a while. I don't know how to describe it. They're all kind of boxy.
Yeah, I was going to say
this one,
cuts off at the back.
it like entered 10 races, won 10 races in the series.
Cool.
It got a somewhat racist nickname, actually, from the Australians called Godzilla. And it was supposed to be like, oh, fucking some monster from Japan.
Yeah.
And then they took it as a badge of honor. It's like, you're goddamn right. This is the best car ever, fuckers. And they whooped ass for like 5 years until they had to change the car.
Cool.
But that thing was cool. So, but the Midnight Club,
Yes.
it was not just your usual street racing gang. It was like business owners. It was corporate
Like
owners.
Mr. Honda shows up. Yeah?
One of the rumored like heads of the club, who drove a Toyota Supra at the time, was the owner of Toyota.
Oh, that's cool.
Which, if he got caught, no.
He was like, sup, nerds.
So this is all like rumored, and there's like so much mythos about it, because
Yeah.
it's a very well-known thing that they exist. Like, we have one of the cars called the there's one called the Blackbird, which is actually a red Porsche, and it was brought down to the States, won a drag racing competition, and shipped back out. And it apparently wasn't even the actual driver doing it. It was just that good. And so these were cars that in the 90s could sit at 200 miles an hour for like 10 to 15 minutes at a time, which would blow up most cars.
Yeah.
Even now, that's hard.
They would tear it up.
That would tear up most cars. Like, breaking the 200 mile an hour barrier is insanely difficult. It is a feat of engineering.
What's the fastest you've gone in your car? In a car?
110.
Yeah, okay. And you get the car rattle.
Yeah.
So you can imagine a 200.
Yeah, that's really fucking crazy.
It's insane.
I'm not asking you the question.
So, legally 80. Illegally.
Like maybe 110, yeah.
Yeah, like hundreds.
160.
105.
Ish.
So fucking fast.
Yeah, you gotta have the. But these cars had. So part of these cars were also the original. Do you know what HKS is? The big
High
tuning
quality
brand.
stuff.
HK, I don't actually know what it stands for, but it is the original tuning brand, like ever. They took Nissan Skylines and they made them better. And
So
that was
they were
a
like
really
the
big deal.
AMG of the time.
They were AMG was AMG at the time.
Oh, AMG existed back then?
AMG existed in like the 70s. They just got
Cool.
bought out by Mercedes.
Oh.
Now they were like close partners, and then at some point they just merged. I don't remember exactly when that was.
It made
but,
sense.
Like,
I think
yeah,
that's
it made
kind of the
perfect
best.
sense. Well, because AMG used to work with other cars too. There's like an AMG. Like, they worked with Lotus.
I was going to say, like, probably
There's
some
a lot
luxury
to it.
brand somewhere to help. Because that's really
It's like
kind of
Lotus
their...
They liked sports cars. They liked
That's
cars go
their
fast.
thing.
Yeah,
Is
it
they're
was
like,
their
we're
thing.
going to take a car. And you have, you know what? Kane's been really silent. All right, so...
Yeah, I'm sorry. We can kill it.
Car Corner.
Yeah. Every episode, bro, if it was up to me.
I love cars. I love driving.
Dude, I should actually get him in the fucking sim rig that I got.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a good way
That'd
to
be cool, actually.
Yeah,
all right.
I
put a
think
little
that'd be cool.
fan in your face and you can feel the wind.
That would be cool.
Dude, I got a big industrial fan. I'll shove it right in his goddamn face. That'll fuck him up.
I'll race this week with you.
That sounds sick.
Wouldn't it be nice? I'm super excited. I'm super glad that it's coming out. It's one of those things that
my cock's hard.
Yeah.
Also, it's a rumor. I don't really know.
Prove me wrong.
So it's an unsubstantiated rumor. I'm fucking.
No, but it's all a rumor. Like, even to the way they met, we don't actually know, because the old rumor is like they would write like handbag for sale in this area at this time of night. When they had phones, like clearly they just fucking called each other.
Yeah.
Don't you think that that's like the most goofy part of the past is when people did newspaper clandestine, like, I will see you at midnight in the breeze at the time, and then we're like, oh, every fourth word it spells out
Do you think that's
Waffle
why
House.
brothers used to be smarter? Because they just like lived together, and like you had a pair of smart brothers, they could do fucking anything. Because there was nothing to do.
What?
And no. Because it was
because,
like if the other smart guy in town was somewhere else, what a fucking pain. What are you going to call him? No, you got to walk to his place. I have an idea for an invention. And it's like, he's a fucking...
So you're saying invention?
That's why the Wright
brother
brothers
inventor.
locked it the fuck in and invented flight, because they just hung out all day. And they were like, all right, well, how do we fucking get up there?
No, we gotta get out of here.
And then their dad was like, wait, do you mean us with the recording, or do you mean the Wright brothers?
the Wright brothers.
Okay, hold on. No, fuck it. Let's do it. That was the sign.
What's the sign?
I
tried.
Yeah, fuck you. See you guys. I've been Kane.
I've been Kane.
Wait, would I say I've been Kane?
Yeah,
I'm also
it's kinda like
still
a weird
Kane. It sounds
construct. It's
weird,
like, I've been
I've been
Kane.
Kane. I've been Kane. I am Kane. I will always be Kane.
What would your actor
Unless he
name
changes
be?
his name.
Unless I change my name.
What was your actor name?
Yeah,
be?
what would your actor name be?
Ooh, let's outro in our actor names.
Okay.
What? Okay?
No, that's not. I was saying okay. What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, but you said it like Donkey Kong.
I've been. Wow. Wow. I've been Kane.
Wow. I've been Andrew Galloway.
That's a good one.
You were Andrew yesterday too. You've
Was
got
I?
Andrew on the mic.
No, I was
Andrew
Randrew.
Andrew Galloway is also similar to Andrew Callahan, which is the Channel 5 guy.
Oh, is he bad? What do you do?
Getting away from Olsen.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
My actor name would be Show.
Hey, I hate the camera's not even for the camera.
Yeah, it's for me.
That's how you know it's authentic.
I grabbed his cock.
I'm holding this like I'm a metal,
ready for
like
my
a screamo
safety.
singer.
Just
Taking
say
Back
your
Sunday.
name and get the
I already
fuck
did
out
say
of
my
here.
name. I said my
Okay,
name
your
would be
stage
Show. What are you
name.
talking about?
Your stage
No, I
name.
said my stage name.
We weren't listening.
I was grabbing his dick. I was yanking his chain. Bye, guys.
Peace. Peace.
What? We're now promoters of a type of thought.
Fuck you.
Not war, but peace.